It is a rainy and yet cozy day at this cabin in Brazil. We are about 3 hours outside of Sao Paulo. In the last episode, we were at this property's unique grid-shaped cabin. Now today, we are right down the road at their tiny house on stilts. On the exterior, you have some great amenities like a hot tub, a fire pit, and an outdoor shower. And when you head inside, my favorite part is definitely the top floor, which is where I am right now. There is a dedicated workspace if you need to work remotely. Of course, this very cozy wood stove that I'm sitting next to. And you have so many windows up here to take in all of the views. So without further ado, guys, let's now go and start the full tour. Welcome back to this incredible collection of mountaintop cabins in Brazil. You have mountains on all sides and a very private location at this Airbnb. You can see the owner's white truck in this shot, and you have a large fire pit and a lot of great landscaping, which I'll get to later. Now, for the home itself, you can see it's split into two levels. You have the living room, kitchen, and bathroom on the bottom floor, and the top floor is partially on stilts, and it contains your bedroom and the fireplace area. And this home is actually 100% off-grid. It's powered by solar energy, and it was built using sustainable construction methods. Next, there is your outdoor shower and your hot tub, which has string lights on both sides. In front of that, there is your swing, which has 2 seats and this amazing backdrop. Last but not least, this is your massive fire pit. The cabin is meant for 2 people, but I feel like you could have a giant barbecue with 10 people here. Finally, before we go inside, here is more of the surrounding area. This was taken mostly around sunrise, so be sure to wake up bright and early. These are some of the best views I had during my trip, but let's go and see the interior. When you first enter, you'll be in the kitchen and living room. We're going to start on the left-hand side, which is the living room, and there's a large shelf which has a bunch of items and other amenities. They include some games and the classics like Jenga and dominoes. There's a book then with more information on the property and even a fondue kit. Next, if I look into that corner, there is the staircase which leads to the top floor, but I can also roll out this mini cocktail bar. You have this shaker so you can mix up your different cocktail ingredients and a variety of different glasses that you can use for your drinks. After that, we'll begin to head into the kitchen. Next to the stairs, you can find your slick black fridge and freezer unit, and then your dining table / kitchen counter. There are 2 black chairs and your filtered water in that red jug. Behind all that is then the actual kitchen, which has your stovetop and a microwave. The hosts were also very kind and included a gift box with a bunch of local items for me. They included some small cookies or baked goods like this, some local buffalo cheese, which was delicious, and some coffee that was packaged in that beautiful bag, not to mention some beer and a variety of different salsas and sauces, even some jams and some olive oil. The last room on this ground floor is the bathroom. It's pretty simple, but I especially love the counter area with that square bathroom sink and the rounded mirror. And then there is your shower. There are some floor-to-ceiling windows, and don't worry, no one will be able to see you all the way on top of the mountain. But that's it for that bottom floor, so I'm now going to walk up this staircase, and let's go and see what's up top. This is your view as soon as you go to the top floor. There are a ton of windows and even some skylights on the roof, so the natural light is incredible. But of course, the highlight is the wood stove, and this owner is pretty serious about his fires. They provide a ton of fire starting supplies, so it's very simple and easy to get a fire up and going, which was much needed during my stay because the weather was a bit iffy. But I was able to curl up here next to the fire along with some of the provided books that the owner left behind in the cabin. Moving along, if we look to this other wall, there's actually a dedicated workspace. I thought this was pretty neat. I didn't see it in many of the other Airbnbs down here in Brazil. Not to mention the Wi-Fi was very strong, and I think you could be incredibly productive if you worked here. Last but not least, on the other half of this top floor, you can find your simple mattress that's looking out towards the view and all of the windows. Thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't seen it yet, be sure to check out my last video of the same owner's unique grid-shaped cabin. There's a fire pit right in the middle of this spot. It's a very interesting layout, and it has the same breathtaking mountain views. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you very soon for another Airbnb tour.